Oh, good morning, everybody. It is Sunday, the 13th of March, which means it is BAFTA Sunday. Yay! Marvelous, eh? It's also Critics' Choice Sunday. Like, the awards never usually coincide with each other, but because of COVID, they had to delay the Critics' Choice Awards. And now we've got the Critics' Choice Awards and BAFTAs on the same night. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, I've been crazy busy this past week, and I meant to record a BAFTA predictions video earlier in the week, but because of my other job obligations and time constraints, I just haven't had time to this week. It's just been crazy busy, so I thought I'd squeeze in a quick last minute predictions video because yeah, the BAFTAs are just like, I don't know, less than 12 hours away. So yeah, this is my final BAFTA predictions video for 2022. Just going to go through all the categories on the interwebs, and then we're just going to go through each and every one of them and give you my final predictions. If you need any help filling out your BAFTA ballots today, you can listen to me or not. You know, it's your vote, it's your decision. BAFTAs, yeah, I have an okay track record with the BAFTAs, not like flaws. I usually do better with the Oscars. But yeah, last year the BAFTAs were really similar to the Oscars, weren't they? Like out of like the 19 or so categories that we have at both BAFTA and the Oscars, I think what 18 out of 19 of them matched. Yeah. So yeah, they're very reliable nowadays to look at the BAFTAs and see what's going to go on to win the Oscars. I think the one that differed last year was cinematography. Yeah, because the Academy went for Mank and the BAFTAs went for Nomadland. So yeah. Anyways, shall we get cracking, guys? Yes. Let's start off with. We're just gonna go through Wikipedia and just go through each of the categories one by one. I'm just gonna say who I think is gonna win. But yeah, do let me know in the comment section below who are you predicting for the BAFTAs. Who do you have any feelings on any potential shocks or yeah, just anything that you feel about the BAFTAs? Let me know in the comment section. I love hearing your thoughts on this stuff, guys. Okay, so the best category we have on Wikipedia is Best Film. And yeah, between Belfast, Don't Look Up, Dune, Licorice Pizza, and The Power of the Dog, I'm gonna have to say The Power of the Dog. Yeah, it's just really doing well over awards season. It's, you know, the hot property right now, and I can see the Brits, you know, championing that film over all the others. I mean, argument to be made for Belfast, but I think Belfast would probably have a better shot in Best British Film. So probably split the love there. So yeah, Best Film, BAFTAs, I'm going to go with The Power of the Dog. All right, next up we have Best Director. Okay, so between Paul Thomas Anderson, Jane Campion, Audrey Dewan, Julia Ducournau, Ryosuke Hamaguchi, and Alim Khan. Again, I have to go with Jane Campion. She won the DGA award last night, as expected. So yes, Jane Campion continuing her sweep. She's going home with it. Don't need to say much more than that. It's going to be Jane Campion, and good for her. Next up, we have Best Actor in a Leading Role. Okay, this is actually a tougher one to call than usual because Will Smith has been doing really well over one season so far. He's won the SAG, he's won the Golden Globe, he won the National Board of Review. However, Benedict Cumberbatch did win. What did he win? Well, he's just won pretty much every critics award there is, you know. So the critics really love Benedict Cumberbatch's performance a lot. And again, it's not critics that voted BAFTAs, so it's more industry. So does Will Smith have a shot at the BAFTA? I'm having trouble saying it's going to be Will Smith because I didn't even think he was going to show up at BAFTA. Like his nomination for BAFTA was a bit of a surprise, and I'm glad he's here. But yeah, I do think the BAFTAs are going to sway more towards Benedict Cumberbatch because he is British. The Power of the Dog has 8 nominations at BAFTA, and I feel like they're going to want to award it. And when a film at the BAFTAs wins Best Film, there's usually a bunch of awards that follow it as well. So it makes sense that there will be at least one acting win for it, I think. And I think Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be the one to take it home. But yeah, I'm going to go with Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm not sure it's going to be him, but that's who I'm making my prediction. I think it is going to be one of the two that we'll see at the Oscars. So most likely it'll be Benedict Cumberbatch. Will Smith would be a surprise, but yeah, we'll wait and see what we people. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Benedict Cumberbatch. Who do you think's winning Best Actor? Actually, I did ask you guys on Twitter, one second. So on Twitter, I asked a poll yesterday, and you guys said, who did you pick to win BAFTA? There you go. So yes, on Twitter, you guys said Benedict Cumberbatch. 64% of you said it was going to be Benedict Cumberbatch, with 29% of you thinking it's going to be Will Smith. So yeah, we all seem to be in agreement. Benedict has a slight home turf edge there. So yeah, anyway, onto quite an inconsequential category this year, but still an interesting one nonetheless, is Best Actress in a Leading Role. And I might as well read the nominees for this one because it's fascinating. So we've got Lady Gaga, Alana Haim, Emilia Jones, Renata Reinsve, Joanna Scanlon, and Tessa Thompson. Yeah, so because there's no actresses here who are also up for the Oscar, it makes it one of the most interesting BAFTA races for Best Actress ever, because the last, how many years has it been? Is it 7 years that last 7 years, I think, have matched Best Actress at the BAFTAs and Oscars. So this year, we're not going to have a matching Best Actress winner at BAFTA that matches at the Oscars. So this gives the BAFTA voting people, the freedom to, pick whoever they want. They don't have to, like, follow suit, if you will. Like, there is no clear front runner in this category this year for award season, and none of the people for the Oscars are here, so they can give it to pretty much anybody they want. So yeah, there's an argument to be made literally for anyone here. Like, will they go for the Brit and give it to Joanna Scanlon? She is beloved here, or Tessa Thompson, also British, and Emilia Jones. But I don't know. Some people are saying it's gonna be Lady Gaga, because she was the only one who was like winning. So she was the only one like placing everywhere until they announced the Oscar nominations. So some people think maybe Lady Gaga has enough steam to get her over the edge for a win. I'm not so sure. Like, I think there's going to be a little bit more love and support for either Emilia Jones for Coda or Renata Reinsve for The Worst Person in the World. I really want it to be Renata Reinsve for The Worst Person in the World. Like, that's like my favorite film of last year. And also, I feel like it's peaking at the right time. Like, it's just a film that a lot of people have fallen in love with the past few weeks and months, especially in the UK. Like, there's been a lot of discourse about this film. I think it's in cinemas, in a week or two's time here. So yeah, I think if they have seen it, I think they're going to give it to The Worst Person in the World. Sorry, Renata Reinsve for The Worst Person in the World. Beautiful performance, marries drama and comedy beautiful together. And yeah, she did win the Best Actress at Cannes as well. So I'd like to see Renata Reinsve win it. Like, I think I want it to be her. On Twitter, what did you guys say? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's quite. You guys don't seem to have a clear idea on who's going to win this. Renata Reinsve did come in at the top with 42%. But yeah, it's pretty split amongst that. Lady Gaga 27%, Joanna Scanlon 15%, and Emilia Jones 16%. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Renata Reinsve. Yeah, I love that movie. I love her performance. Maybe it's a little bit of a wish fulfillment pick, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Renata Reinsve because yeah, the Brits really love that film, and I think that's where they honor it with Renata Reinsve, because they don't need to, match at the Oscars because they can't. All right, so Best Actor in a Supporting Role. Again, this is an interesting one because I have done a deep dive discussion on Best Supporting Actor on the channel. If you want to watch a more in-depth analysis of this category for both the BAFTAs and the Oscars, there's a video on my channel. You can go check it out. But in that video, I basically said that I think it's more likely going to go to either Troy Kotsur or Cody Smith-McPhee for The Power of the Dog, because they are two frontrunners for the Oscars. There was an argument to be made that because neither Troy Kotsur or Cody Smith-McPhee are British, could someone like Woody Norman or Kieran Hines show up and win surprisingly here? And there's definitely an argument for it, but I don't know. I just think it's going to be, my gut feeling tells me it's going to be one of the two Oscar frontrunners. So I think it's either going to be Troy Kotsur or Cody Smith-McPhee. A lot of people are leaning towards Troy Kotsur because of the SAG win, and that does make sense because, the SAG win was last week? Fresh off the heels of that win, people, seek out the movies, especially because also on SAG Ensemble, there's going to be more interest in Coda. So there's an argument to be made. More people have been watching Coda, falling in love with Troy Kotsur's wonderful performance, and might be going with him. And he could definitely take it. I decided to go with Cody Smith McPhee for this one, which at this point feels a little bit like a risk because Troy Kotz's SAG win. But my feeling is because I think The Power of the Dog is winning Best Film, they are going to want to award it in other places. And also the BAFTAs do tend to like gravitate towards the more grittier, edgier performances and movies. And yeah, Cody Smith McPhee is just a little bit more of those things. It's more edgy, it's more subtextual and peculiar. And yeah, we don't, yeah, it stands out for different reasons. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Brits are just going to be a little bit more sophisticated with their palette and go with Cody Smith McPhee for this one. But then again, if it goes to Troy Kotsur, I'm not going to be upset. I'm going to be so happy for him because it's just going to cement the fact that he's going to win the Oscar because then he'll just have a clean pathway to, Oscar victory. But yeah, if Cody Smith McPhee wins it, yeah, he's going to gain back a little bit of that momentum, put some wind in his sails, and like it's going to be a photo finish for Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. But yeah, so for the BAFTA though, I've put my prediction on Cody Smith McPhee. Best Actress in a Supporting Role. As much as I want it to be Anne Dowd for Mass, like, because yeah, that's like one of my favorite performances of the year. I think it's gonna be Ariana DeBose. Yeah, she's continuing that sweep, and yeah, she's just very much a hot property right now. Like it's all about the Ariana DeBose Express. Like people have just gotten on board that, and yeah, I feel like Ariana DeBose is gonna take it home. I'd like to see Anne Dowd win. I just don't know if enough people have seen it. I don't know if it has enough traction or buzz. That would be awesome. But yeah, there's another argument to be made. Could someone British take this, like Jessie Buckley or yeah, any of the other nominees? But apart from Anjanou Ellis and Dowd, they're also American. But yeah, there is an argument to be made. Would the Brits favour someone else? I don't think so. This category has been matching a lot in the past few years, regardless of nationality. So I'm going to go with Ariana DeBose for West Side Story for Best Supporting Actor at BAFTA. Best Adapted Screenplay. Oh, yeah, The Power of the Dog, again. Another win for The Power of the Dog. Jane Campion, I think, is going to take this. I mean, would the Brits go for Drive My Car? No. It's definitely like a little bit of a dark horse, I'd say. But yeah, I think, yeah, it's definitely going to go to The Power of the Dog for Jane Campion. Best Original Screenplay. So we've got Being the Cardos, Belfast, Don't Look Up, King Richard, or Licorice Pizza. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Who do I think the Brits would go for? Yeah, it's kind of a two-way race between Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza and Kenneth Branagh for Belfast. My instinct would say go for Kenneth Branagh, just because he has the home field advantage. Paul Thomas Anderson would be a more sophisticated, cooler choice, but yeah, I think they'll sort of vote with their hearts and go with Belfast. It's still sappy. I think they want to honor it somewhere. It might get Best British Film, and yeah, screenplay going along with that would be cool. The thing is, I can't really rule out Licorice Pizza because it did get more nominations than expected at BAFTA. It actually overperformed at BAFTA. So, yeah, that kind of implies there's a lot of support for Licorice Pizza, and they might want to just give it to Paul Thomas Anderson. It's tough. This one. But I'm gonna give it to Kenneth Branagh for Belfast. But if Paul Thomas Anderson does win it, I think I'd be happier with that outcome. It's the script I personally prefer more. I mean, the screenplay that I wanted to see in here isn't here. It's Worst Person in the World by Joachim Trier. But yeah, that got an Oscars but not BAFTAs, and I expected it to be the other way around. I thought BAFTAs would nominate Worst Person in the World here. But it's okay, I digress. Yeah, so for Best Original Screenplay, I'm going to go for Kenneth Branagh for Belfast. All right, Best Animated Film. So yeah, we only have 4 options: Encanto, Flea, Luca, The Mitchells vs. the Machines. As much as I'd love it to be The Mitchells vs. the Machines, and it did win the top prize at the Annie Awards last night, that's something, I still think the Brits will give it to Encanto. Like, it's just a nice, safe pick because it's Disney. It's very much in the pop culture zeitgeist right now with the soundtrack, Surface Pressure, and We Don't Talk About Bruno. It's everywhere, so yes, it's inescapable right now, the film. So yeah, I'm going to go with Encanto for Best Animated Film. Best Documentary. Ooh, this is actually an interesting one. A lot of people seem to think it's going to be Summer of Soul, and I do think Summer of Soul has a good chance to win the Oscar, but there's such a crazy amount of love for Flea in the UK, and I can see Flea being honored here by BAFTA. I feel like BAFTA might just champion it because it's been one of those films that's been so beloved and discussed here, but it's not really won a whole lot like over award season. And something just tells me in my gut maybe they'll give it to Flea here. So yes, part of me thinks the smart choice is Summer of Soul because yeah, everyone likes Summer of Soul. But I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk here and go with Flea. Yeah, I'm gonna say Flea's gonna go home with this one because yeah, I've just felt more people talking about Flea here than I have Summer of Soul. But that's just like my personal experience, and I think they're gonna want to honor Flea somewhere. So yeah, I'm gonna say for BAFTA they're gonna give it to Flea, and if they do give it to Flea, that'll be interesting. I'm just interesting to see how many people jump ship from Summer of Soul to Flea at the Oscars and their predictions. I mean, but we'll see. Yeah, I could be completely wrong, but my instinct is telling me it's Flea. Okay, so best film not in the English language. As much as I want this to be the worst person in the world, it's Drive My Car, it's sweeping, it's just taking all the trophies. It's being a right greedy bitch. So, yeah, I mean, as much as I'd love to see the Brits champion the worst person in the world, like, all the evidence suggests it's going to go to Drive My Car. So, yeah, Drive My Car. Best casting. This is actually an interesting one. Um, because yeah, it really is an interesting mix of films here. Like I don't know what way they're gonna go with it because they've gone with here are the nominees: Boiling Point, Dune, The Hand of God, King Richard, and West Side Story. Like yeah, those are some really random movies, like all plonked together. And like, what do they go for in this category? Like I can't remember what's won the last few years. Um, I'm not even sure. Like, I would like to see West Side Story win it. I love the casting in that. But King Richard has that lovely warm ensemble feeling to it, and yeah, it is really good. And like, if they can't honor Will Smith for Best Actor, maybe they will want to honor the whole cast here. So maybe King Richard. Boiling Point. That for some reason Boiling Point I think could win it because it's that sort of British biasness. I feel like maybe they could lean towards Boiling Point, even though it's a British film. And I don't know how many people have seen it though. That's the thing. Whereas something like Dune, everybody's seen Dune or King Richard or West Side Story. Oh, this is a tough one. But gun to my head, I'm gonna go with the British bias logic. I'm gonna go Boiling Point for this one. But it could go to anyone here, and I wouldn't be that surprised. The Hand of God, I probably would be surprised, but yeah, anybody else winning would not really be a surprise there. So yeah, for casting, I'm going with Boiling Point. Okay. Oh my God, here we go. This is a fun one. Best cinematography. Okay, this is tough. Okay, so here are the nominees for Best Cinematography. Greg Fraser for Dune, Dan Lalston and I Morale, Linus Sandgren for No Time to Die, Ari Wegner for The Power of the Dog, and Bruno Del Bonell for The Tragedy of Macbeth. This is so tough. I can make an argument for any one of these five. Oh, and it's such a strong category. Like, there's no one undeserving here. Anybody that wins is a deserving winner here. But like the instinct says Greg Fraser Dune because it's such huge, epic, sweeping cinematography. Also, he has the fresh off the Batman cinematography, like giving him an extra boost, I think. Oh, but the Brits really loved No Time to Die, and the cinematography in that is great. And would they just go for No Time to Die, even though it's not nominated at the Oscars? Will they want to match? I don't know. And the one I want to see win the most, my favorite of these five, is The Tragedy of Macbeth. So Bruno Del Bonell. But The Tragedy of Macbeth was really shut out of the BAFTAs. It was barely nominated. Was this the only nomination it got? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, so it's hard for me to go with that because there just doesn't seem to be a lot of love for The Tragedy of Macbeth, yet the cinematography is just so grabbing and beautiful and distinctive and unique. If you ask me, it's the best of the five, but I don't know if it's enough to win. Yeah. Oh God, this is tough. I'm just gonna be a sheep and a follower here. I'm gonna go with Greg Fraser. It makes sense, really. Like, it's Dune, they're gonna want to honor in the technical categories, and yeah, the cinematography is jaw-dropping. And yeah, Greg Fraser does have the added bonus of everyone just seeing the Batman. He's having a moment, like maybe they're gonna want to celebrate him. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Greg Fraser. But honestly, if Linus Sangren won this for No Time to Die, I wouldn't be that shocked. I would be shocked if Bruno Delbonnel's name was called out, and I probably will jump ship to Bruno Delbonnel for the Oscars if that happens. But yeah, I'm just gonna be safe and boring and go with Greg Fraser. Not that that's safe and boring cinematography. It just feels like the most safest pick, I think. And I'm going safe rather than taking a risk there. But yeah, best costume design. Oh, this is easy. Jenny Bevan for Cruella. Yeah, she's sweeping herself really, and I feel very confident there. She's gonna win. Also, Cruella is a British film, believe it or not, guys. So yeah, that's very helpful for her. So yeah, Jenny Bevan, Cruella, costume design for BAFTA and the Oscars as well. Best editing. Okay, so we've got Belfast, Dune, Licorice Pizza, No Time to Die, or Summer of Soul. Interesting. Would they give it to a documentary for Summer of Soul? That would be interesting. BAFTA's creating chaos. Um. Ooh, that's tough. Again, Dune again feels like the safe pick here. Like it feels like the most obvious of them. Um. Yeah, I don't feel 100% secure in that. But yeah, I'm just gonna go with Dune. Yeah, that's usually your first instinct is the most obvious one, the right one, whatever they say. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Dune for best editing. But if Summer of Soul won, I would be shocked, but at the same time, I wouldn't be shocked. That would be interesting. I hope they don't give it to Belfast. Licorice Pizza, maybe. Again, it's because it got so many nominations, Licorice Pizza, that I can't rule it out. Yeah, on No Time to Die, but I don't think they'll give it to a Bond movie for editing, but never know. Prove me wrong, BAFTAs. Prove me wrong. All right, best makeup and hair. This is actually a tough one, guys. Like, okay, so we've got Cruella, Cyrano, Dune, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and House of Gucci. Oh, this is tough. Like, will they do the whole thing where they pair costume and hair and makeup together? So will they just go Cruella? Because they could just do that. Or will they go for the whole, disguising actors, prosthetic fruit that the Oscars love, The Eyes of Tammy Faye or House of Gucci there? Like Dune, I do like the makeup on Stellan Skarsgård in Dune. I just don't know if like when people think of Dune, they go, "Oh, the makeup in it is amazing. The hair and makeup is stunning." I don't think it's enough. Whereas like Cyrano, it's a period film and like there's really good hair work in that. And yeah, is it a British film? Yeah, I think it's British, isn't it? Yeah, Joe Wright directed. So yeah, it's British. Oh, but yeah, will they go for? Yeah, I think maybe they'll like lean more towards a British film, which is like Cruella, Cyrano, even House of Gucci. Oh, I mean, but then there's The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and everyone's saying like Jessica Chastain might pair with the hair and makeup winner at the Oscars, like Marion Cotillard did, and Meryl Streep for The Iron Lady. But yeah, I don't know if the BAFTAs will go for that. So yeah, uh, this is hard. I just have to make a pick here, guys. Would BAFTA give House of Gucci a would BAFTA give House of Gucci a BAFTA? That's the question. Yeah, even though the movie was heavily nominated. Well, it wasn't heavily nominated, but it was heavily pre-nominated. I had a lot of shortlistings for BAFTA. Oh God, I don't know. I don't know. This is tough. I'm gonna say let's go with House of Gucci. I'm taking a risk here, guys. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's all over the place, this category. And like, despite House of Gucci having its naysayers, the makeup and hair in that is amazing. It goes through the decades. Gaga has some fabulous hairstyles in it, and Jared Leto does the whole disguise, transformation, prosthetics, makeup. So yeah, it ticks both boxes. I'm gonna go House of Gucci, but if I'm wrong, it's very likely I could be. I'm not gonna be surprised because it is a really difficult category to call this year. All right, best original score. So, easy. Dune, Hans Zimmer. Like, it's nice to see that Oh no, I'm wrong. I was about to say Johnny Greenwood was nominated twice. He was not. I forgot. It was completely shut out, Spencer. Yeah, Goose Egg. I mean, the Brits did not appreciate Spencer either. So yes, I was gonna say it was nice to see Johnny Greenwood nominated twice, but that is false information. Don't listen to me, guys. I'm spreading lies on the internet. So yeah, Hans Zimmer for Dune. Best production design. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Okay, I'll read you the nominees for this one: Cyrano, Dune, The French Dispatch, Nightmare Alley, West Side Story. This is a tough one. Again, oh, would they give it to Dune? Mm. Again, like the hair and makeup, it's not a film where I think everyone goes, "Oh yeah, the sets in Dune were the best thing about it," even though the sets were gorgeous. I feel like they'll probably go for something that has a little bit, where the production design is just a little bit more prominent. So I could see them championing The French Dispatch here. Nightmare Alley or West Side Story. I feel like Nightmare Alley has a little bit more of an edge to it. Ever since the trailer dropped for Nightmare Alley, there's always been a lot of appreciation for Tamara Deverell's um, the carnival sets that you see in it. Like the carnival sets do look amazing, really lived in, really, I don't know, immersive as well. You feel like you're part of that world. And yeah, the thing it's a Guillermo del Toro movie as well. And like all of his movies are about being transported to another place. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Nightmare Alley. I feel like they're gonna want to honor it somewhere. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Nightmare Alley. But if we do see a surprise here, we could see the West Side Story win it or the French Dispatch. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Nightmare Alley. Okay, best sound. Oh, this is pretty easy. I'm gonna go with Dune. Yeah, like ever since I saw Dune, yeah. The sound and the score, majestic, beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dune for sound. Yeah, pretty confident on that. I'm gonna go with Dune for sound. Best special visual effects. It's gonna be Dune again. Enough said. Do I need to say any more? It's gonna be Dune, guys. Want a safe, predictable prediction? Go with Dune for best visual effects. Guys, it's a steal. It's a steal. Outstanding British film. Okay, so we have 10 nominees here. Afterlove, Alien Ava, Belfast, Boiling Point, Cyrano. Everybody's talking about Jamie, House of Gucci, Last Night in Soho, No Time to Die, and Passing. So with this category, they typically go for the film that's made the biggest splash culturally, and out of this 10, it's obvious that Belfast is the one that has made the biggest impact. Like it was an early Oscar contender. It's up for Best Picture. In fact, it's the only one of this 10 that is up for Best Picture at the Oscars. Yeah, it's Belfast. I'm gonna go with Belfast. I feel quite confident it's gonna be Belfast. Okay, outstanding debut by a British writer, director, or producer. So we've got Afterlove, Boiling Point, The Harder They Fall, Keyboard Fantasies, or Passing. Ooh, that's interesting. Afterlove has done really well. I think we have a real soft spot for Afterlove. Then again, Passing, Rebecca Hall, it's done pretty well, and like the subject it tackles is quite interesting. And I can see BAFTA championing that. Oh, but also The Harder They Fall opened up the London Film Festival, made a real splash. James Samuel. But Boiling Point is this is actually a tough one, actually, guys. I'm gonna go with. I'm just gonna go with my first instinct, Afterlove. Yeah, it did well here. I think they're gonna want to honor it somewhere, so I'm gonna go with Afterlove here. Yeah, so just making that. Yeah, I don't feel confident on it, but yeah, Afterlove really did make a splash. Yeah, I think they want to champion it somewhere. So yes, gonna go with Afterlove. Best short animation. So we've got Affairs of the Art, Do Not Feed the Pigeons, and Night of the Living Dead. The only one I've seen is Affairs of the Art, so I'm gonna go with that one. Yes. Best short film: The Black Cop, Femme, The Palace, Stuffed, Three Meetings of the Extraordinary Committee. Oh, yeah. I'm actually kind of useless on this one, guys. I don't know who I'd go for in this one. I think I put Femme on Gold Derby, but I could be wrong here. But I'm just gonna go with my instinct and go with Femme, even though like I wish I had some justification for it, but that's the one that I gravitated towards when I was reading about them like on the interwebs. So yeah, I've gone with Femme, but yeah, I haven't seen any of them, so could be wrong. What do you think is gonna win that category? Let me know. And then there's the EE Rising Star Award, which is interesting this year because there's two people in it who are up for, you know, competitive acting BAFTAs. So the 5 for EE Rising Star Award are Ariana DeBose, Harris Dickinson, Lashana Lynch, Millicent Simmons, and Cody Smith McPhee. This is a tough one. If it were me deciding, I would go with Ariana DeBose, but this award is voted for by the British public, which implies that they're more likely to champion someone homegrown, like Harris Dickinson or Lashana Lynch. They make more sense. And sometimes, like, depending on who the nominees are and what they've been in recently, the thing that's the most popular can win. And while I want it to be Ariana DeBose, West Side Story flopped at the box office, but it is now on Disney Plus, so have people watched it and made a vote for it? I'm not sure. But I know that everybody's seen No Time to Die. It was one of the most successful movies of last year. So people know who Lashana Lynch is now. So yeah, I think they're more likely to vote for Lashana Lynch than they are Ariana DeBose. Because also Ariana DeBose, although the British public's not going to vote like, well, they're going to give Ariana DeBose Best Supporting Actress, so we don't need to give her the EE Rising Star Award, do we? Yeah, the British public doesn't think like that. They don't think like awards people. They're not like diplomatic like that, are they? So I don't think that's what's going to be happen. Yeah, and again, Cody Smith McPhee as well, even though he is in Best Supporting Actor, I don't think they're going to be like, I don't think everybody watched The Power of the Dog. Like, even though like it's the critics' movie, the award season juggernaut, did everybody watch The Power of the Dog and go, yes, the Cody Smith McPhee is, the E Rising Star? I don't know. I think it's just going to be a case of them seeing No Time to Die, the big Bond movie of last year, and they're going to go with that and give it to Lashana Lynch because, yeah, she's probably like who them British public are more aware of. So, yeah, I'm going to say Lashana Lynch for this one. Yeah, she's British, she's in a Bond movie, and it's deserved. Although I think Ariana DeBose, is who I voted for online. Also, I did ask you guys on Twitter, who did you guys vote for? Oh, interesting, yes. You guys said Ariana DeBose as well. There you go. Ariana DeBose has 44%, Cody Smith McPhee 27%, Lashana Lynch 23%. Even though you guys put her third, I'm going to go with Lashana Lynch. Yeah, I'm going against the vote on Twitter. So will you guys be right? Will I be right? We will see. We'll find out in a few hours because I do believe that was the last of the nominations. Yes, it was. Fabulous. All right, my loves. That is it. Those are my final predictions for the BAFTAs. Some of you have been asking if I'll do a live stream of it. Sadly, well, here's the thing. I wasn't supposed to because I was supposed to be working tonight. And then I just found out I don't need to come into work today, so I might watch the BAFTAs tonight. If you guys really want me to do a live stream of it, let me know in the comment section. And if I'm back from all my things today and I have time, I'll do a BAFTAs live stream. I wasn't planning on doing it, but if there's enough people asking me to do it, there's demand, I'll answer the demand because I love doing it for you guys and I don't mind. It's just, it's one of those things that I have to, make time for. So yes, if you do really want me to do a BAFTAs live stream, I will. Just let me know. If there's enough demand, I'll do it. But yeah, do get involved in the comment section. Who do you think is going to win at the BAFTAs? Best film, best actress, best whatever categories. I love hearing you guys' predictions because it's always interesting. Do you think there's going to be a lot of overlap with the winners for BAFTA at Oscars? Yeah, let me know because I am curious to hear your thoughts on BAFTAs and the Oscars. Yeah, love hearing from you guys. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. And yeah, only a couple weeks to go until the Oscars. It's getting very exciting now, isn't it? The race is coming to a close. But for all things related to movies, TV, the Oscars, the BAFTAs, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Airfield. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Here we go. And cross and